My behalf is JC and I am a slogger. JC, who lives in Tampa Gulf, Florida, says she necessary a lot of bravery. At first period she stood up and told how in front line of a team of human beings she had never met up. JC, who doesn't wish us to show her complete behalf, had lost onto a meet of workaholics nameless since she felt she couldn't manage over. A 40-year-old health employee, who had defeated her alcohol abuse and unconsuming disturbance, she says she couldn't expertise the tranquility how she hoped temperance would give since she instead of had be inclined to work. I was always obsessive in job, she says. I utilized job to dazed out and escape myself, my ego and my fears. Her job drug addiction and the distress how came in it struck her public health. I had untimely gray wool during 3 months of start a control stance, she says. I skilled adrenal gland tiredness. I include a cardiac state. Next a such 12-move restoration schedule to the one at first invented by Alcoholics Nameless, Workaholics Nameless begun in the US in the previous 1980s. Present down there are more than rather than 100 meet groups about the planet, of Argentina to the US, the UK and Japan. Down there is as well the opportunity of connecting and on the internet meet via Skype or above the telephone. But how do you aware if you are a slogger? And which some ways are down there to get assist? Wilmer Schaufelli, a prof of job and organizational psychological at Utrecht College in the Netherlands, describes a slogger as a man who planned obsessively difficult in a compulsory path. So he's a conjunction among undue job and compulsory job, compulsory trend. He adds how departure to Workaholics Nameless planned for lot sufferers since thou see human beings who include the identical issue, so you are not one. I believe thee is an essential item for all various of behavioral problems or addictions. For some human beings in job drug addiction problems, possessing A2A treatment in a learned vocational might be the reply. But which in fact can conduct to job supplement. Dr. Claudia Herbert, a clinic counselor at the Oxford Growth Centre, in Putney, Oxfordshire, frequently delicious sufferers. She says how lot workaholics include some psychological public health disorders. Lot of clients may sense suppressed, they may in fact believe how lifetime is a slight bit blank, they may include concern problems, they may as well include addictions to manage in. The state can be caused by who possessing to job too difficult in the at first location. Human beings frequently include to get jobs how in early times would include been made by 2 or 3 human beings, she says. Job drug addiction may be inflicted in portion by a man creature spurred too difficult by his or her parents in their over lifetime. Human beings who as family were strengthened by their artistic achievements quite rather than who they are more than potential to be job inclined, she adds. While it comes to the types of jobs wherever human beings are more than sensitive to proper workaholics, Professor Schaufelli says it is more than an instance of elder professionals quite rather than such in jobs on the reduced rungs of the job stairway. He says how personality employed human beings are as well sensitive since they can be obsessive by their business community. Professor Schaufelli adds how job addiction really frequently don't see how their behavior is problematical since the reality they are making extensive amounts of job frequently tool they are making more than and creature assigned. While it comes to treat job drug addiction, Dr. Herbert says it is necessary to be separately adapted to every martyr, and received to the lower of which inflicted it. At Refuge Southward, a rehab centre and psychological public health refuge in the Australia country of Victoria, they run a job-related distress and execution burn-up program, hard to get human beings as job/life balance sheet behind. The program begun 6 years back, and the ordinary long of remain is 1 monthly, in prices of $8,000 Australia dollar, $6,100, £4,400, per 1 week. Largest of the clients are Australia, but they as well include several of Asia and Europe. We job on the fault, I refuge t been a nice parental, I refuge t been a nice affiliate, says Jen Cum, Refuge Southward's clinic CEO. Human beings should reconnect to who they are, keys on receive a more than balanced lifetime. Behind in Florida, JC, who at first went to Workaholics Nameless Behind in 2012, now voluntary for the organization. I include more than period for fun and relationships in human beings, she says. I include the identical work. Yet, since I include modified the way I believe and act, it is lot more than obedient. I location framework on the quantity of several hours I job in a date.